Leo, hi, happy birthday to you. We are in August 2020. You made it till here. This will be your horoscope tarot card reading for the month of August. And we started very powerfully with a full moon on the 3rd of the month, so very soon. And there will be a crystallization about relationships. So again, it is about love. I know you've been on quite a journey these last 4 months when it comes to that topic. So there is going to be more and more clarity, because also on the 7th, you're gonna feel this change of energy. The things you will be attracted to are going to change. You are now entering into your center, into your lion mode, and what you are going to create over the next 6 months. And there's going to be a drive and a power, and also a sense of health and vitality that is returning to you this month. So it's a very important birthday month, so happy birthday. And let's see what the cards have to say. So we're going to do a specific reading where we look at career, we look at love, we look at the general energies. And so for the general energies, as a past card, we have here a decision. So a decision has been made. You've already gone through this purging process. So there's been, when it comes to love, career, what really matters to you, there's going to be a question that comes up. And I'm also seeing that already the 19th, when we have your new moon, your new beginning, it's going to be a totally fresh start. So this is your moment to set your intention. So really remember this, that the 19th is such a powerful day for you. It's your new moon of the year. So this is your chance to call the God phone. What is the path you want to take? Visualize it, place it in your heart. When it comes to this decision also, it's going to be important to kind of step back into your generosity of heart, because you've been building some walls, you've been exploring what are the limits here of what I can give, and you've been served a dose of realism here, and it's been a dose of realism so intense that this card comes up. And it's a judgment, but it's a judgment you are making about your own life. What do I not want anymore? So you come into the month of August with, okay, I know it's not over. 2020 is just such a wild ride for everyone, astrologically, but for you specifically, it has been very intense. And there has been a shedding. I'm seeing here also with this sunrise and the color scheme we have, like this pink. So there's been like, as if the nectar of your love has been set free. But while that process is happening, and in August we'll find a more beautiful expression, you have been needing to do a purge. And your spiritualization of love and romance was no longer working. So you've been having this dose of realism, and for some of you maybe it was even like kind of a psychological thriller, because the judgment card, it only comes up if we have to take a very firm decision. So there's been some decisions, maybe you have made them about specific people and specific significant others, and then we're gonna have this beautiful full moon right on the 3rd of August in your opposite sign. So that is triggering and crystallizing, like, who do I want to be in a relationship with, and who am I going to be in that relationship? And you have been becoming that person. Now there's been such a huge shift that this has not fully set itself yet, right? So as we go through the month, 19th, you're gonna set your intention, like, what is the path you want to walk? And on all fronts, I do see that there will also, you also made some decisions about the work you're doing in the world, and there might be a big change coming up for you there as well, as this is also highly activated for you. Then in the present, we come with the judgment, with the justice card. So we have judgment and then justice. So justice, balance, balance, balance. This is your month to be truly present with the new, because there's a big karmic cycle that has ended. And also when it comes to who you are in relationships, in a sense of your emotional balance, emotional self-sufficiency, where have you been relying on others to feel a certain way? Feeling good just for you is going to be so important in this month. And it's a powerful month for everybody, where we kind of get our self-confidence, our self-esteem back. At the same time, there is a conflict here. So there is a conflict with the old belief systems, and what you see is the future for the world as well, and your place within that. So as you go through this conflict, I'm seeing that this might be materialized in a person. So there might be a person that is very present in the beginning of the month still. I'm seeing like a change there, like around the 7th and maybe the 3rd. The 3rd as well, around the 7th, and to the latest on the 10th of August, there's going to be a change within that. But there might be someone still there who has not fully left your emotional field. And you're gonna want to clear that out, especially if you are looking for a meaningful relationship and to become someone else through the relationship as well, growing in how you're going to be within that, being able to just not give your power away, because that's really, here the sun is shining in the background, and the sun is your leader. In August, the sun is very strong, and it is your ruling planet. It's a star, actually. So you've got like a beautiful star as your ruling planet. So what does it mean to have the sun in your heart center? It means that you are shining, and that you're shining your truth, and there's no excuses that you can make for yourself. And when you make no excuses for yourself, there will also be kind of less mercy you're gonna have with other people that are not up to your standard anymore, and that might be sad. And I do feel that there have been some losses, you know. There's been this process of these last 4 months. You've been purging in love. All the insight you had since April, it's gonna receive its flower also this month. Very important date also when it comes to love, because obviously Leo, it is romance. So I'm deviating from the general point of view, but okay, we have to tell you that on around the 27th, I do feel that there is going to be a divinity that's going to be infused back into your life. So it's going to be less about realistically, wow, this is what it looks like, this is where I'm at my life. You're gonna just get that dose of spiritual love back, and all the purging that you have done, and all the whole journey of the heart, the pilgrimage you have been on, will culminate in that space of justice, of the will is done. And it was maybe not the most beautiful thing, and it could have been quite a psychological thriller, as I said before, but there is a great clarity here for you, and beautiful balance. So you're gonna receive that. If you're in a relationship with someone and there's been hard times, you're gonna come back to that balance. Whether it is with or without the person, it's here for you now. We have the Emperor in the future position. So the future position, what we're working towards, what is the energy we're holding here? It's you in your leadership role. What is it? How do you need to design your day in, day out, as we move along, to be the leader that you are? What are the habits that are gonna have to come into your life? How are you starting your day? What is your routine there? What are your spiritual foundations you start your day with? Breathing, very important. Breathing. It's just this magical tool that we have to bridge both. So let's go into detail here. So I'd like to know what is going on for career for you. What are the changes that are ahead? It's also very, very possible that is going to get a whole new expression here for you. And so you have until the first 2-3 weeks, you have really the time to find your balance and to be truly present with what it is that you are manifesting and that you're cultivating and growing in the world. And like, this really wants to come out, so I'm not even going to split them. This is for love. And then we have career. All right, nice. And then we're gonna clarify, of course. So it's very clear, like, you've been confronted with losses you actually had already confronted. It's like you have been scraping and or scratching and see, you saw, yeah, does it still hurt? Yes, it still hurts. So you've been looking at past loves. They also probably will not completely leave your atmosphere in the month of August. You're looking for balance, right? But there is going to be a shift when it comes to your love life. It's going to be there, but we are still tying up loose ends. We are still cleaning the subconscious. But you're going to do it in such an empowered way. Your drive is going to really collaborate with it. You're going to be regaining that self-confidence, that power within yourself to deal with that on a much more, I want to say detached basis, but that doesn't really sound correct. Let me rephrase this. You are going to create something new about yourself. There is something that you're going to see what I mean, but there's some surprising thought that you're going to have. Like, watch out around the tent. So you're going to have, it's going to be about your aura, your physical appearance, but what you give to others by simply being, because you're such a powerful being, right? And so there's a change that you're going to make. Then you're going to have a surprising thought. It can be like literally that you're going to want to change something about your looks that is going to have that effect. Because it's going to be very important as well to make your insides of your house look like who you have become. So are there lifetimes that you're still carrying around in where you live? Go in your closets, purge them. Because it's past personalities that are no longer serving you, and you're still looking at things. It's not like you've been very, very brave. You've been very brave, but it's not like, okay, I don't want to look at this, let me break up with this person because it gets serious. No, it's not like that. You've been really stepping into the next phase of your spiritual path where you are not going to ignore what comes to you, and where you have knowing that, okay, if this situation now comes to me and it's not a pretty one and it's a painful one and it has all the unpopular emotions, well, it means that I am ready to take that on and to come to yet a higher expression of myself. So that's what you're doing here. So you entering July with, many things have been lost and you have been grieving them, and there's an acceptance about that and a sitting with it. I also see that for those who are single, there are two people that are interested in you and that you are interested in. So they are floating in your atmosphere. For the people who are in a relationship, there is a move that is going to be made in the relationship. The relationship is going to be reinvented. It's going to be something new. You're going to do something together. I'm seeing creative project that can be literally like thinking about having a child, or it can be actually affirming the relationship. Knowing that, actually found something here that is precious, and let's do this together. Now we are all at different levels on how comfortable we are with expressing our emotions. So this can take on different shapes, of course. But I'm seeing that there is already gonna be something in the beginning of the month around that. So in the beginning of the month, really feel into, like, what is your vision for a relationship? Because, I'm seeing that this person comes, so for the people who are single, right? There is these two people who come in, and one, he's going to have your attention because he's going to come in such a glorious way. And it's somebody, who is a winner in life, who has figured out how to do stuff on a day-to-day basis, who's successful in his career, her career, who is a leader figure, who can, and who's going to attract your attention. It's going to be a beautiful person, but kind of maybe not traditionally beautiful, in the sense that energetically there's going to be something about him or her that is going to just draw you in. There is a magnetism, and I'm also seeing some kind of skill that he or she is going to have, like some creative skill. Like, this is somebody who brings things to fruition, and you see that in the way he or she acts. And there is something also about the posture of this person that is going to strike you, and that is going to kind of get you out of that mode with even more panache, as from the 7th of August, when Venus is going to change signs, and we're gonna go out of this journey of the last 4 months of really like heart pains, heart pains, yeah. And just like, is it finally over? Well, it's continuing, but it is over. I do see that love is strong in August, but in a more pure way. There's a purification of it. More in a way like, okay, this is just a part of my life. It's not my complete life. I can feel stable and feel all the things that I want to feel without there being someone. And it's kind of ironic when you think of it, because whenever you have that power and you don't give it away and you just do your life and continue to do your life, when this person is coming in, there is no danger to you. There is no danger to, like, your security is there because it belongs to you only. And there is no longer that dissolving completely into the other. Not that it's not going to be romantic. I do see romance here for you in the month of August, but there's a maturity about it. And as we see, like, you want to move forward with this relationship and the other person as well. And you actually are allowing the other person to do some work. Because why were you running in the past to do all the work? It needs to be somebody who is a leader as well, because you are, and this is what you're stepping into. Even a more important expression of your leadership position. So this person is going to take the lead as well. And you are going to do it together, but you're going to allow the person to come to you and also take some kind of ownership within the relationship. I see you going somewhere. Maybe the last week of August, the 2 last weeks of August, to go somewhere with this person. If it's not with that person, it might be that you are going to come into another person by moving somewhere, by going somewhere. Could be close to the water, maybe it's a holiday now that we can and still can. So I would advise to you to take that vacation, to really go there and see what comes to you, because there is a presence here of a person. At the same time, there's a lot that is demanded from you when it comes to emotional self-sufficiency, to your own vitality, basically your own health, to responsibility for yourself. So there's going to be turning your back to situations over and over again. There is, in your presence, there is a victory. There is a victory, there's a passion that you have regained. There is something that is blossoming. It's like you're receiving the flower of the hard work you have done over the last 4 months. But at the same time, this is going to ask from you to continue to stay on point like that with yourself in your self-love practice, in the way you show up for yourself on a day-to-day basis. There's no more running away from that. And there's a lot of turning your back to people who are not toxic, but in a sense, okay, this relationship served its purpose. It has taught you what it has taught you, and then voila, are you going to pour yourself into that to infinity until you're completely depleted? No, because karmic justice is done. You have taken the decision and you're moving forward. So there is a strong sense when it comes to your career. There is a strong sense of construction. Something needs to be built. So you are building something new. August is powerful for that, because you're going to have your self-esteem back. At the same time, there are going to be thoughts that you're going to have, and inspiration. So around the 10th, like, going to have like a surprising thought, and 2 weeks later already, you're going to be able to integrate this. This is going to come through a person who you look look up to, who also might have been treading the path that you want to tread, but maybe you don't really know it yet. So you're going to receive an inspiration, or I invite you maybe even to look for it, like who has the life that you see yourself leading? What is that person doing? Like who has that career? Like what would truly give you that fulfillment? And then look at that person's life. It's like calling the God phone, but through another person. You could also, if you have strong meditation practice, be sitting with yourself and imagine yourself in 10 years. And then call that person and ask, what do I have to do? What are the changes that I need to make? What is it that I need to do? As I see it like this already, between the 10th and the 19th, you are going to get that done. There's going to be an offer that is going to be super surprising, that you did not see coming, and it might be multiple offers. And it's going to be like a bit of an emotional shock, because it's going to come with something that you will have to say goodbye to for now. Know that this is your present. So if you were doing multiple things creatively in your work, if you were doing maybe juggling multiple careers, I see there's going to be a commitment that is asked to a specific part of that. That doesn't mean that that other part definitely has to die. It's just that now you have to throw it overboard, because your focus is going to be demanded here. And it's like you demand it from yourself, from within. I do see that there is going to be a situation with someone that is going to stir that conflict. And you know that these thoughts are necessary for you to move on, but it might be like, wow, okay, this is kind of a shock to me. I had no idea that this is what I had to be doing. Take that in and move forward, because you know now how to turn your back to situations. You're not gonna be clinging to things this month. It's going to be like, okay, let's get on that white horse and get on moving. I do see in your present that there is an offer going to be made that is going to make you remember why you are doing what you are doing. It's going to remind you of something that is precious to you. Why are you doing the things that you are doing? That's a very important question for you this month. Like, what is it? What is the path that you want to walk? And then, okay, how are you going to align everything around that? How are you going to wake up in the morning and get dressed, and what are you going to do? Like, are you going to meditate first? Are you going to have a healthy breakfast? How are you relating to everything? Because everything is a relationship. What's your relationship with food? And there's going to be such an impulse to get your health sorted the next 6 months. It's going to be so important for everyone in the world, but especially for you, you're going to have like a sort of like wanting to get into that hygiene. And it's as if these months are still, until December, are still for you to really like clean out all old habits, and once more completely reform yourself when it comes to how you're standing in your day on a day-to-day basis. And there's going to be just such a powerful energy coming for you at the end of the year, when we're all going to have that powerful conjunction as well. And for you, that's very much about who you are going to pair up with for success in love, but also in career. So I'm seeing that in the middle of the month, you're going to have a powerful idea, and it's going to be coming as a shock, like somebody is suddenly there, who's there to support you. So this is somebody who is going to tell you that life as you knew it is not completely gone, in the sense that you can still feel that way. You can get there again. And I'm seeing crystal clear sky, like a blue sky for you. Even maybe a lake, like if you can go by a water body already at the end of the month, very good to take a vacation to recenter, because at the same time, okay, everything is speeding up, but everything's slowing down as well. Our days are so short, so maybe you can do a lot more with a lot less effort. And it's the end of, if there was self-sabotage, I feel like you've been on a journey the last 3 years where that kind of dropped. No more self-sabotage. But at the same time, these last months, it might have felt as if you were not really on the game, as if you were self-sabotaging again. Know that this is also collective influence for us to really take a step back and be like, okay, no, what do we want this world to be? And although in the feeling, it might feel like, whoa, I'm back here, it's not that you're back there. You have the awareness, so you are moving forward, even though it feels like you are contracting. There is a symbolism of a star there. Like when we have a binary star system, there is a contraction. There can be a contraction of one star going to a white dwarf, and then that white dwarf makes a choice. Or it's going to risk it all and explode, and the matter is just going to fly around and be caught by the neighboring star, and that neighboring star is going to integrate that wisdom. But then if you let go of everything, if this star decides to do that, instead of imploding on itself and becoming dark and cold, if it just like decide to just cut everything loose and get rid of so many things that you're even like surprising yourself, like, okay, now this has to go, well, then there is the potential to once more become a sun for this star. It can start the cycle all over again. And that is your symbolism, the star here. So in the future here, for your career, we have the Two of Wands. So that is the beginning of a creative process and of beginning again, but holding the world in your hand, Leo. So you are holding the world in your hand, whereas before, probably you thought that, or you felt that, I'm retracting from the world. I'm not in it. I'm observing it. Yeah, maybe you're observing it, but now you are holding it again. And you're going to feel powerful again, because this guy, he's overlooking the valley of the world while holding the world. So still you're in a witness consciousness, but you're also holding all the possibility that this earth has for you. So I'm seeing that the end of the month is going to be completely different. And still some shocking revelations in the beginning. It's not going to be like, we're not bored. We're not bored. And if there was a boredom that had installed itself, but more like a boredom with yourself, like you come in with a decision of like, okay, rebirth. Rebirth is your code word. This is your soul return, Leo. This is your new beginning. This is your start. I would like to clarify when it comes to career, what this big surprise and this love offer, this offer of something that you really want, that you've been working for since a very long time here. What is it that is coming true, and is there something, some kind of guidance that I can get to see how you could move through this with infinite grace? As I said, emotional self-sufficiency. This is a key word for you. Don't give your power away. When you truly are going to feel everything that you can do, if you hold that center, it's not that you cannot give love, it's not that you cannot be your generous, giving self, but don't give yourself away. So I'm seeing a new start, like a new creativity that is going to be born from that emotional stability, or that willingness to commit to yourself first and to choose yourself. I also see that the new thing that you're going to create is going to have that idea as a spiritual basis, because you're going to want to tell the world. You're going to want to say grace for this very difficult journey you have been on. there's going to be a celebration, Leo, for you around the full moon. And there's going to be it's going to be a revelation, because you're going to feel light about it. And I would invite you, if there is a gathering, to just live it, to just like go for it, because there's something really good that is going to come to you in this month of August. Something really like, you're going to connect with a group of people. You're going to connect with a group of people who are all very strong individuals, who all have an idea of what the new world has to look like, or what would be a nicer place to live in. How can we come to more equality? How can we come to a faster and a more efficient shedding of all belief systems that are keeping the world in a state of separation? And that's something that you, as a generous person, as a heart-centered person, are truly feeling and can hone into. So there's going to be a celebration. It could be around the 3rd of August, around this full moon, but it could also be around the new moon. Doesn't really matter when it's happening. But you are going to watch your inbox, watch your messages, also from a different perspective, because the people who are going to come to you are going to be symbols of what you have become. And you're going to understand that, and it's going to come like as such a powerful realization for you during this celebration, that your life is redesigning itself. There's a change of destiny when it comes to your work. You are being asked to step into the role of what you are going to become next. And I mean, it's not easy. It goes with a lot of weeding out of what is no longer necessary, a lot of seeing things for what they really are. And that dose of realism, it doesn't have the beauty of romance. It has like, okay, this is who you are for real, okay, I'll deal with it. And you've been dealing with that, and seeing people, believing people when they say something about themselves, instead of, because that's how they're going to act, that's what they are going to act from, and that's who they're going to be in your life for you. So if you accept that, instead of seeing always the beautiful potential in them, you're going to do yourself more justice. That's what I'm hearing. On the other hand, that sense of divinity, where you have that power to empower people you see the potential in, to beautify their life, you're going to use that. You're going to use that in your career. You're going to do something with that. But it's not going to be based on the satisfaction that you would get or the love that you would feel if that would be a success. You're going to be a lot more detached from that outcome, a lot more detached, because it's going to be about your work. So there's a separation that is going to be made, and a bit of a fragmentation. You know, all is one. When we move for love, and for work, it's never one or the other. But I do see you having this kind of moment this month of August, where you are truly in your center, where you are strong, where you are balanced, where there is like a justice, and that something really beautiful that you have been waiting for a long time is going to come true. And it's just going to be a group of people who have the same wishes for this world, and who want to materialize that. So basically, Carl Jung said, I'm going to try to find the exact quote in my head. As long as you don't face your subconscious, I'm going to make my own interpretation. As long as you don't face that, it's going to direct your life, right? But you have been facing it. And you also see the suffering of humanity, and there is something totally new that you want to create, and it's covered in sunlight, it's bathing in you. I also see you going, because there's this offering, right? So there's this strong sense of you becoming you again, you becoming like, you giving something to the world, you bringing your star out in the world, and doing it in a very elegant, composed manner. So I hope that this resonated for you, Leo. what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, for the people who are single, I'm going to clarify the situation with these two people I see in your atmosphere. And also this kind of move, because I do see that a lot of Leos might be moving, looking at moving, or maybe it's not right now, within 6 months. I do see in December that you might be living somewhere completely different, and you're setting everything that you're gonna do, all the work that you're gonna do, all the people that you're gonna meet, everything is going to lead up to that. So whenever you love something, it's going to unfold in something that is going to bring you to that next stage of your life, because you are moving on. There's no tomorrow. You are moving forward, Leo. There's a lot of forward movement now. From now on, the next 6 months, like, it's going to speed up for you like crazy. I do feel that very strongly. For those who are wanting to attract a lover or have a loving relationship, come into a relationship, and we have this full moon in relationships, I am going to post a link below to a meditation that I have designed for you, if you have an active mind, to tune in and to just meet in the etheric field your soulmate, your soul partner, the person that is coming in for you. Okay, but like one card, which is you. This is the other person. Something about the meeting. We have a conflict and an answer here. So your card comes up in your reading. I love that. So indeed, your strength, your power, don't give it away. It is yours. It is yours, and you're creating a whole new you, a whole new personality around you, that has all the gentleness and generosity and willingness to give that you had, and that you felt kind of lost because you were disappointed. There's disappointment in the past. But you're creating like a stronger you through that. And I see very harmonious expression. This other person has this power and strength and independence as well. I do see that it might be an earth sign, somebody who's very grounded, who actually can teach you something on how to organize your day-to-day life to be more efficient, because that's something that you have been striving for, Leo, I feel. So this person, I'm seeing somebody who might be also from a totally different background. Maybe somebody, I'm seeing somebody noble as well. The image that I'm getting is, again, somebody with a beautiful posture, somebody who holds him or herself really well, who is kind of a beautiful, perfect match to that strength that you're embodying. So as long as you focus on yourself, that's my message here, as long as you focus on yourself, on who you are, you're gonna attract your mirror. You're gonna attract your mirror. So also, don't judge yourself for the people that come into your life, but also accept, in a sense, that take responsibility for, okay, this is the person that comes in now, so this has something to do with who I have become. If it's not who I think I have become, there is a vibrational, emotional attunement to make. So you're fine-tuning that. Again, the Emperor comes up, and the Fool. So it's interesting, this love reading, improvisation within the reading, because, okay, you are going to meet someone, and this is someone you're going to meet when you're going to be at that celebration, be at that party, or when you're going to go on that holiday. Maybe the two can be combined. That would be nice, right? So I'm seeing you re-embracing your freedom, starting the hero's journey all over again, and meeting someone strong, meeting someone who is also going to be in his or her element then. I see it happening in a very solar environment, very sunny. Okay, it's summer in the Northern Hemisphere, so if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, it's quite evident, although the European weather where I'm at right now does not have that certainty. But it could be an Aries as well, or somebody with an energy like an entrepreneur, like somebody who also has his or her own business. Because if you don't have your own business and you work for someone, under someone, like I feel like you might want to change that completely. Not might, you are going to change that completely over the next 6 months. It's really, you're going to give your star to the world if it has not already happened, and you are not beautifying that situation that is already in the workings, because it's not going to be something completely new. There's going to be a new thought, a new thing that's going to be introduced. But this, just to sum up, you might even meet this person at work, or while you introduce one of the new habits that you're going to introduce into your life to make it better for you, just for you. So this person might be also slightly older, or if he or she is not slightly older than you, it's going to be a very mature person. Watch out for the emotional dependency that you might still have some like strings, energetic strings you need to get rid of to manifest this person, or to come into contact, to allow your energies to meet, because this is somebody who lives also for him or herself. And when you think of it, when it comes to love, that's such a next step, right? You're going to be with somebody who does not need you. It's just like, oh, you're a beautiful unfoldment of my love and my life, and I love that you are here, and this is really wonderful, but actually I don't need you. Imagine the wealth and the base for construction that is there. I'm seeing you guys really exploring new terrain together. Maybe when you meet this person, you're gonna go quickly already for an adventure with this person. This person is gonna awaken a spirit of adventure, of traveling to far lands, or like doing something complete uncharted, like territory. I'm hearing. Like going somewhere or doing something together that has not been done yet, or that is like a pioneering influence. I'm hearing. Maybe this is also somebody who is pioneering in a certain field, somebody you're gonna look up to, somebody, it's the real deal, this person. The advice here for you: can you move forward in a playful way with this person and leave all the tumultuous emotions in the background? Just, you know that it is there, but it belongs to you. It's your emotional landscape. It's your creativity. So pour your creativity into your work, into something else, and not in all kinds of scenarios with this person about no externalizing of the emotions. I'm hearing no externalizing. Your emotions are beautiful, they are yours, and they are a tool that your soul is fabricating to guide you in the right direction. So I'm seeing a strong emotional independence and a beautiful balance that this relationship is going to start with. It's like two individuals treading the path, looking at each other. So, my beautiful Leos, this was your reading for the month of August. I thank you so much for watching. Do watch your rising sign, your Venus sign, if you want more information, if you want more data on how this, or more inspiration on how this month is going to unfold for you. I thank you so much for choosing this channel, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for your support, your comments. You can leave below. I love to read you and see how this month unfolds for you. I feel it's an important one. Thank you so much. Namaste.